Okay. Trustee Sapp.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a body of government based on fundamental rights and freedoms. We're elected as officials to serve the people. And that's what I do. We're not elected to serve a person or to adhere to any one cause, but all causes. This village has a history of division that we're trying to break, and we're going to break it. If someone don't like the fact that I work with Trustee Jasinski, Trustee Williams, Trustee Bell, Trustee Grant, that's your problem. I'm gonna work with these people. We're supposed to be putting on the table the best ideas with an S, not idea. Just because I have a difference of opinion or a different idea from anybody else on the board or the mayor doesn't make me that person's enemy. It makes us able to sit down and come up with the best possible solution to the problem. I would like to spend every day of my service repairing our infrastructure, making homes available, building businesses, but that's not possible. We have to put in place ordinances, resolutions to make these things happen. So we have to spend some days like today fighting over different opinions about which ordinances should go where. If you build a house and you start from the ground up and one of your bricks are out of place, if you keep building on that foundation, your house is going to fall anyway. You need to stop and go back and fix it so that we can get it right. If we made some decisions based on misinformation, then we need to check ourselves. There's nothing wrong with being humble enough and honest enough with yourself and with each other to say I was wrong. We need to fix that. And that's what we're here to do. And that best serves the people. Yeah, we spend money on litigation. Every government does. Every government does. And every entity has representation. Somewhere down the line, there's going to be a conflict of interest between the executive branch and the legislative body, where both bodies need representation. And that's all we're asking for. We're not causing any divide. We're trying to build a bridge here. So I'm going to work with everybody on this board. These are all good people with good heart. Now, there has been things cast and aspersions made about people that make them seem bad or cast them in a bad light, but it's been truly unfounded. And I found that out since I got in service. I love all these people and I love working with them. People are suing this village, and this village has a history of selling, just selling, selling. So of course we have legal bills, and we're trying to fix that now. So when you come up, or anyone has an opinion about anything, me, myself personally, I want to know what I'm talking about. If I'm going to tell a story, I want to tell it from both angles. I don't want to just tell it from one point of view. I'm not going to be biased in my opinion or my rhetoric. I want to be honest, I want to be open, and I want to be fair. And I think it's only fair to the people of this village is that we see we've made a mistake, that we stop and correct that mistake so that we don't cost the taxpayers unnecessary money. That's my position, and I stand on it wholeheartedly. And I wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas.
Well, the real reason I want to run is we need to change. We need to be managing our own course. I'm talking about as a black man in Sauk Village. The village is basically ran now by a group of racist white folks. I'm gonna just keep it real with you, okay?
I hear you. Go ahead.
The village is 75 to 80% black, 18% white. The numbers don't add up. That's bad math when 18 can run 75. It don't work like that, because this is a country of opportunity where the numbers rule. Again, people that don't have the same vision as the mayor, people that don't have the same outlook that we have as a people in this village is stopping us from progressing, period. Because they think they know what we need, but they really don't. We need to be able to govern ourselves. And the mayor's vision is clear and cut. The infrastructure of the village is going down because most of the money is being outsourced. We need to turn that around. It's our money, it's our tax dollars, and we need to spend it collectively to benefit the residents of the village. The mayor has a progressive plan for progress. God has given him that vision. I share that vision with him. So the residents of the village can trust that they will have honesty and transparency. The mayor's not going to take a dime. He's going to spend it well. He has never, I mean, when you think about the money that he gets for doing the job that he did, to be honest with you, I wouldn't take that job. But I have a desire and a passion to help my people because I see our money being outsourced. Again, the mayor's plan is to make sure that our communities look like they should look for people like us. We're kings and queens, and we should be living like that. And anyway, our community should look decent. This village attracted me because of the houses, the community, the overall condition of the village was just fine when I moved out here. And since this new administration took over 2 years ago, the money that they spent, over $500,000, has went out of the village, paying lawyer fees for things that we shouldn't have been paying for in the first place, like FOIAs. Those are supposed to be free and done by the clerk's office, but the current trustees, we call them the fanatical five. I don't need to get into the name calling. They're racist. They're white racists, and it's in the action. I mean, anybody could tell you that I'm not a racist, but when you come into my house and kick my brother out and move your brother in, that's racist to me. When you come into my house and tell me how to manage my money, and you take my money and fix your house up and leave mine abandoned, that's racist to me. And this is the actions that's been taking place, and that's what we need to change. And that's my strongest desire for running for trustees, to turn these attributes around, turn these things around. The way they've been running things is just wrong. It's pure wrong and evil. We got to pick the lesser of two evils. We got to pick whichever one is advantageous to us as a people. We need to start voting as a block as black people. Now, this village sentiment, so same concerns you just expressed with Donald Trump, the people that's running the village now are using the same tactics that he uses. They'll throw a rock at you and say she did it. They'll throw a rock at him and say I did it, to get us pitting against one another while they raking in all the opportunities for themselves and their friends. And that's not the way government is supposed to work. It's supposed to be for the people, by the people. My name is Larry Sapp, and if you want honesty and transparency in your government, if you want the truth, vote for the Burgess team. Sapp, Grant, Coleman, and of course Mayor Burgess himself. Thank you.